We are here today with Brett Rutecki. Brett, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Mike, thanks for having me.
Brett, today we're going to be doing something really different to what we're normally doing. And we're going to be talking about a special software that you have written that solves a major problem that a lot of us are having when it comes to email marketing. And we have a special deal for people that are watching right now that is going to go away when the timer runs out on our page. So I'm going to read off the headline for this. You can bring us into it here. It says, send unlimited emails to unlimited subscribers without ever paying monthly fees for email services. Bring us into this. What's this all about, and why should we be excited?
So when I started, in my business, I realized that you need email. I mean, email, like literally, it's the most valuable asset. I mean, if you're not building a list, you're not in the business. Let's be honest. Okay, that's the main thing you need to be doing. So, like most people, what I did was I signed up for an email, a third-party platform. I think the one that I actually used initially was called Mailchimp.
I remember that.
So I was using that. I was building up my list, and everything was all great, and everything was happy. I was paying like $20 a month or something like that. And then one day they just shut my account off. No explanation, no reason. They're just like, oh, our automated system detected something, didn't tell me what it was, just shut me off. I'm like, all right, that's great. I'm out of business now. There goes that. That's nice.
I hope you had a
Fortunately,
backup
I
of
had
your.
saved.
I hope you had a backup of your email list.
I did actually. Fortunately, I'm a nerd. I'm a software developer, so I back up everything like 10 times a month. So fortunately, I had a backup of my list, and I started going to. So I looked for another email platform, and I went to Aweber. And Aweber said, sure, you can sign up. And there were more. They were like $30 a month. So, but whatever, I don't care. It's the cost of doing business. I signed up for it, uploaded my list, and my list got cut in half. They're like, half your subscribers, these people, you just can't mail to. I mean, well, they bad subscribers. I'm looking at like these people I bought from me. They are ordering my products or opening my other emails. I'm like, I can't email to them just because Aweber says so. That's a little ridiculous. And I have to pay them. I have to pay them for them to tell me how I can run my business. So eventually,
I want to
I
interject.
went,
I remember that because sometimes those platforms they'll not allow emails that have like support or admin at the beginning of them, or and they, I guess technically they see it as an email that can sometimes not be opened or whatever. But people actually really use those kinds of emails. And I actually use one of those emails, and I open those emails and I click on them. So if you tried to upload my email and I was a customer of yours, you would have lost me right then. And I'm sure there's
yes.
other people out there as well.
So what I started doing then is I started thinking about solutions for, my own email system. So I can send my own emails. And I have wrote several email solutions. As time goes on, as tech changes, I keep having to update them. And me personally, I haven't paid for a third-party email platform in over 8 years. So all those monthly fees that people are paying, that you're paying, that everybody's paying in this business, I haven't paid any of them. And I'm not trying to brag or anything, but let's be honest. You know my stats. You know I get above average open
You have
rates,
better
above average
stats
click
than
rates.
anyone that I know in the business. Like better, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, and that's because I'm using my own platform. I'm not being harmed by it being a multi-user system. There's nothing except for, me. And as long as I do what I'm supposed to do and not be a spammer, I'm going to get quality mailing. So what I ended up doing then is this year, 2025, the newest version of PHP came out, PHP 8.4. What's called a breaking version, which means it's not backwards compatible with old code. So I had to write a new email platform for myself because I needed it. I'm like, this is how I do my business. So I wrote a new email platform for myself. I've been testing it throughout the year of 2025. I got ready to like let some other people use it. Now that this is a self-hosted platform, so it runs on your own website, it runs on your own hosting. So I allowed a few people, it's about 120 people. I allowed about 120 people to get access to it, to start using it, because I'm thinking at some point I'm going to want to sell this too. Uh, and it wasn't so great. Like, I'll be honest, it wasn't that
I
good.
tried to use it just so everyone knows. I installed it on my own hosting, and Brett says it wasn't so great. It was good in the fact that it worked, as in once I got it installed, it would work, but was a little bit of a pain in the butt to do it. And I'm a semi techie person. And when I say semi, I mean like little bit. I can make an HTML link or I can kind of follow some instructions, but it was still complicated for me. I had to use AI to kind of help me figure it all out.
Yeah, and I mean that was even the thing. You were one of my testers, and me and you are doing calls on,
Yep.
so I can help you set it up and help you set the server up and help you set the database up. And I was like, you know what? I screwed up, and I'll be honest, I screwed up. And the way I screwed up is the fact that I took for granted that setting up servers, setting up databases, setting up cron jobs is easy for me because I've done it for years. And that was my mistake. So I allowed these people to have it. And I never even occurred to me that other people are going to have trouble doing this just because I've been doing it for 20 years. I don't even think about it. So I realized that, and me and you, I mean, we actually had a meeting, and I was like, hey, we can't sell this. Like, we can't sell this to people. Like, 1 out of 10 people can't even get it running. That's no good.
It, it would have just been too difficult for people. I mean, the tech people like yourself could have maybe done it, but the average person out there is not going to be able to install this easily.
Right. So what I did, I went back to the drawing board and I created a cloud version of it. So now it is a cloud software. So now there is nothing to install on your hosting. There's no databases to create, no cron jobs to create. And it actually works out better too, because when I do new features and I do new updates, all the users will automatically get those features, get those updates, get the, that new code. So it's actually, more functional for people and also more functional for me. I can provide a better service. So that is what we have now. We have a cloud-based email platform. Now, it is based on the code. The code is basically the same as what I use on my own hosting. It's just made for multi-user and it's pre-installed, so people don't have to do the installation and the hard stuff that I never realized would be hard for them.
Now, I have some questions for you about this as far as setting it up goes, because that's what I struggled with when it was with your previous software. So tell me a little bit about, and I don't know if you want to share a little bit inside and show how that works, but talk to me a little bit about how it is to set up.
Well, there's nothing to install. That's what you're talking about. There's no software to install. So the original version, it's called iMail, and the original version was something you had to download, you had to unzip, you had to FTP it to your server, you had to, set up a database, cron jobs inside, there's nothing to do with that anymore. Now you do still have to add your own SMTP provider. That I will be completely transparent about. So I use Amazon. I know you've been using it with great success using Amazon as well. Incidentally, Amazon is a great service. I send out a few 100,000 emails a year. I think I might pay $30 a year. I mean, they charge pennies per 1,000 emails.
I paid $150 a month with ConvertKit
Yeah,
for
you
my
pay
email
more in a
subscriber.
month than I pay for Amazon SMS
Crazy.
in like 5 years.
That's crazy.
And not to brag or put you down, but I get better open rates than you.
You get better open rates, you get better clicks. It's not fair. So okay.
That's one of the advantages of using your own SMTP. People sometimes get frustrated by that, but actually by using your own SMTP, you are insulating yourself. So as long as you're not a spammer, you're going to get good results. Now, there are, as I said, I use Amazon. There are multiple options. If you have any type of web hosting, if you have a website, just about every hosting company provides some degree of SMTP. So, I mean, if you have a very basic plan, they might limit you to a few hundred emails, which is fine. If you're just getting started, a few hundred emails a day should be plenty. There's also Gmail, there's different SMTP third-party providers that have free tiers that you can use and then upgrade as you start building a list. The great thing about that too is that your system can grow with you. So you could start with your own hosting or your own domain and the SMTP that's provided from your hosting, and then upgrade to something as you start making money. You don't actually have to commit yourself to some big plan, $150 a month, and say, what the heck, I don't even have an email list yet. I'm just getting started. You can start small and then upgrade yourself. And eventually you probably get to the point where I'm at, where you're using Amazon and sending hundreds of thousands of emails a year. But you can grow with that.
Yeah, there's tons of different, and I was actually doing research about this for people that have, if you've got a smaller list, you can use one of these free options out there, and there's tons of them that will give you the free amounts of mail to do it with. But I really don't see, I mean, I think Amazon is probably one of the best ways to do it in the fact that it makes it so that if you, once you get it set up, you pay per email, but there's tons of other ones out there using, like you said, if you've got a hosting, that's going to be free for you to do if you've got that hosting. There's just tons of ways of doing it there as well. So okay, so that's the hardest thing is setting up an SMTP with this.
Right, and there are tutorials inside of the system that teaches you how to do that. I have several tutorials for several different providers as well, and plus I'm willing to help if need be. Do you want to go ahead and should I show you the system real quick?
I would love to see it if you're willing to share with us.
So I'm going to be completely transparent here. I am showing you the version that is on my own server. So this is the non-cloud version. You might notice it actually doesn't say iMail Cloud. Mm-hmm. And the reason being is that I started with this, like I said, and then I built the cloud version to make it easy for everybody. It's the exact same software. It's just that this is running on my own server. And if I showed you the version that's not running on my own server, my account on that, well, there's nothing to show you because I don't have any stats. I've been using this. So I want to be completely transparent about that. You might notice this is on my hosting. You can see the domain name. It's the exact same software, though. Okay, it's just the cloud version that we're going to be selling is something that people are going to get already set up for them. So you can see here, I've actually sent 432,887 emails with this. So it's important to note that I just wrote this and started using this for 2025. So these stats are for 2025. How's this for an open rate, Mike?
I don't know how you have an 87% open rate. That's unheard of. Did you go into your system and fake those, Brett? That's ridiculous.
No, I did not. I did not go into the system and change the settings. If I did that, I would have to call myself out on that.
I know, okay. I know you would. You'd give yourself a bad review.
You can see my emails. So I'll go and click on emails. You can see all the emails that I've actually sent out with this. I've sent a lot of emails. And it's important to notice that these are all my marketing emails. So here's a tip for everybody. If you're on my list, if you've gotten a marketing email from me in the last year, they were sent with this system. I always create a tool for myself because I have a need, use it myself, let other people use it, and then only then do I release it to the public. So it's a full featured platform. You can see it's got the scheduling. You can upload unlimited subscribers, unlimited lists. It's got full stat tracking. So if I go ahead and click on this, it'll show all the stats for me here. So this one here, I actually only got a 19% open rate on. This was a little low. I didn't do so great on that. 15% open rate, 19% click rate. But this was a last chance email. This is one of those emails that I've already emailed them like 5 times.
No, I know these ones, and these ones traditionally actually get lower opens and clicks because people are like, okay, enough. We've heard about this already.
We've heard from you 12 times. Yeah. So here's one that's newer. So this was an original one.
296 clicks from 3,000 subscribers. That's from 787 opens. I've never seen opens and clicks like this.
Yep. So I sent 3,774 emails. I've gotten 787 opens, and that's a large portion of my email of my subscribers that are opening. And then almost half of the people that had opened my email ended up clicking my link. I did get forced unsubscribes. That's something that happens. Unfortunately, that's just the name of the business. Sometimes people don't want to get your emails anymore. That's something that's actually interesting. You see me on leaderboards, and I'm doing affiliate marketing. I actually have a super small list compared to most people in this space.
I've got about 12,000 on my list, but yours is super clean. I know probably someone like Todd Gross has like 100,000 or something on it. I don't know how many, but I bet you that those big marketers that people are on their list for are not getting open rates and clicks like this.
No, and that's just something I wanted to point out to everybody that's watching this. You don't need a humongous list to make money online. You don't need a huge 50,000 emails, 20,000 emails. You don't need that. What you need is a list of people that actually want you to message them. That's really all that's important. Now I want to go ahead and show you something that's really cool. I actually added it to the cloud version. I'm going to go ahead and pause this. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is the cloud version. Again, I don't want to confuse anybody, but like I explained, I created this cloud version to make it easy for people so they don't have to actually install the software on their server like I did. You can see I've been testing it. I actually sent some emails. But what's really cool is the AI integration. And see, this is what's nice about having a cloud version software is that I can actually add functionality and everybody instantly gets it based on their feedback. So when somebody says, "Hey, it'd be really cool if you did this, if you could do that," I could say, "Sure, I'll add it in real quick." So this is something that I thought was pretty neat. So if I want to go ahead and go to emails, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click new message. I'll send to my test list. But what's really interesting, if you go down here, you can see how it says write with AI.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to click on Write with AI. So now this is going to ask me for two different options. So I can enter in a prompt. So if I want to, I can go ahead and I can say, write me a welcome email welcoming people to my email list, or write me an email, whatever. I can just enter in a prompt. But what's really cool is I can also just enter in a URL. So I can go get a sales page URL for a product that I want to promote, just paste in the URL there. It will scan the sales page and write an email for me.
That's
So
crazy.
what's that?
That's crazy that you don't have to use like some external chat
Nope.
GPT or anything like that to do it. It will do it all right in there.
No, let's go ahead and give it a test. I'm going to go over to JVZoo. I'm going to find the top seller on JVZoo here. Actually, you know what? I'm at the top seller is Think Hubs, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at eBook Valet Pro by Josh Moore just because I know Josh knows more. So let's go ahead and go to affiliate information. Let's get a link to that sales page there, product page. All right. All right. So now I'm going to get that sales page URL. I want to promote this product. I don't really want to take a lot of time thinking about the email. I'll just go ahead and paste that in there. I'll say write email. AI is going to scan it now. It's going to get all the information from it, and it's going to write a marketing email for me. Now, this does take about 30 seconds because it has to scan the page. So
And do people have to put like an OpenAI API key in there for that to work?
no, you don't have to actually happen faster this time.
That's good.
So no, you don't have to add in any open AI keys. I don't like software that does that. That makes you add in your keys and stuff. I never thought that really made any sense. So you don't have to enter in anything at all. Everything's already set up. It's completely functional and there's unlimited usage on it as well. So right there, I just got my email written for me promoting that product on, Joshua Zamora's product.
That's quick.
Yeah, it's got bullet points, highlights. It's got hurry or the early bird access is ending soon. Yeah, all I have to do really is I got to delete this stuff because AI always adds like your company and stuff. We don't want any of that. And all I have to do is go ahead and edit this link and change it to my affiliate link, and I can send it out. I'm done.
And then you're good to go. And you've got a done for you marketing email that's set to get people to click. I mean, it looks like you've told it pretty much to promote, like create a review email on whatever link it is.
Well, what I actually tell the simplified version, I won't get too technical, but what I actually tell you provide a URL, and I tell AI first I scan the page. I have code that scans the page. Then I send all that information to AI and say, hey, somewhere in all this text is a product that's for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Write an email that promotes it.
That's cool.
And actually, what's really cool is if you go over here to the sequences, so I only have a test sequence here, but the sequences allows you to set up, sequence emails. So you can see here's my test sequence because I've been testing it out. This one goes out on day 1, day 2, day 3. Now this is number of days after they've actually signed up for my list. So when they sign up for my list 1 day after, they'll get this, then 2, then 3, and I can space that out however I want. But what's really neat is in the sequence emails as well. So if I go ahead and I click on new message, I can do the same thing. I can say write with AI. So I can now go get a list of the top products on JVZoo or top products on ClickBank or the top products on Amazon or whatever I want to promote and build up an entire email sequence promoting products that I never even have to write the emails for. And I could just promote these products with this sequence automatically. All I have to do is get people into my email list and automatically promote these products to them. So I can build a whole funnel
You're just
inside of
making
here as
people
well.
lazy is what you're doing.
Well, I'm lazy, Mike. I mean,
Yeah,
I want to work.
we're all lazy.
Yeah, working sucks. Who wants to work?
So this is pretty cool, Brett. And Is there anything, yeah, anything else that you wanted to show us? I mean, just a bunch of actually tools inside there that people might want to see. I know you've got extra little bells and whistles.
Yeah. I'll go back over to the version that's on my site so that way you can see it there. Hang on. Yeah, so of course we have built-in tools so that you can do tracking. So one of the favorite tools that I actually use all the time is my list report. So if I can go over here, I can click list report and go ahead and pick my list. I'm going to pick my active review list, click on generate report, and it will show me my subscriber growth, my subscriber loss. It should show me my email opens, but it's actually taking a little while to load. I apologize for that. But yeah, I can get all of my information on it right here. Another one that's actually really good here is the list checkup. So I can go ahead and do the list checkup and it'll actually show me how good my list is. So I can see the total number of subscribers, the active subscribers. So I actually have 3,733 subscribers on my list, but only 3,237 of them are active. There are a couple of hundred people that really aren't interested in my emails, but I can deal with that. I mean, that's fine. I'm happy with 90% of the people that are on my list opening my emails. That's pretty cool. Of course, there is the form builder, and then you can do things like look at your sending logs and stuff like that.
Very cool. Okay, so you've got all the different tools that you need to be able to manage your list, make sure that you're keeping it nice and healthy, etc. Now, Brett, I know that you know that this normally is something that we're going to be launching in December, but we're doing something a little bit special. Can you tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, and we're going to be launching this in December. I think December, it was December 14th is the date that we picked, and that may change because things happen in the next, 2 months. But one of the things that I always thought to myself, and launching is great and launching is awesome. You utilize affiliates and stuff and you get traffic and you get to reach people that you normally wouldn't get to reach. And that's great. That's awesome. That's an amazing thing that we're able to do that. It's great that we have, connections in this space to help us launch a product, by connections, I mean affiliates. But let's also be honest, launching is expensive. Affiliates expect 50% of the sales price. That's 50% gone. JV Zoo expects 5% of the sales price. Now we're up to 55%. Credit card fees are 2.5%. It's 57.5% of the sales price is gone before we even make a dime. And then we got to give extra bonuses and prizes and stuff like that. So when it's all said and done, guys, we end up making about 40% of the sales price. Okay. What that means is we have to raise the price just for the launch. So for something we would normally have to sell for $10, we have to sell it for more like $25 just to make the same $10.
It more than doubles the price on it.
That's right. So one of the things that I started doing, and I talked to you and asked if you would be interested in doing it as well, it doesn't seem fair to me for us to reward people that are following on us on YouTube, that are on our email list, that are, following us on Facebook, social media, wherever. It doesn't seem fair to reward those people by making them pay the high launch price simply because we're going to give the money away to somebody else. The sensible thing seems to me is to give them an opportunity to buy it direct from us before the launch at a price that is not as high because we don't have to pay the affiliates or JVZoo or the fees that are associated with the launch. It just seems sensible to me to give, one fair chance. We can't do it forever because if we do, the affiliates will come beat us up. But one quick chance. Hey, look, we're going to give you an opportunity. You're on my list. We want to reward you for being our customers, and being our followers, and let you get this at a price that's much lower because we don't have all those costs with the launch.
But it's only going to be open for a very short time.
Yeah, if we do that for weeks and let open it up, early access for weeks and weeks and weeks, that would kill our launch because the affiliates will get mad and then we would never be able to launch it anyway. So we're trying to strike a balance. We want to be fair to our customers and also be fair to the affiliates in the future as well.
Now, if they were to wait until then, they're going to pay more for it. Plus, with this special deal that we're going to be doing, they're going to get access to a bunch of things for a one-time price on this. So there's no upgrades, there's no sales funnel, None of that stuff here. It's just one offer. Like you don't have some secret OTOs or something in there, Brett, that I don't know about, right?
No, there's no secret OTOs in there
Okay,
now.
there's nothing in there that they're gonna get surprised with. So it's a one-time thing, no extra OTOs or anything that they're gonna see. And there's no like the mega thing. Like you always see these bundles and stuff. And it's like the mega bundle, and then the mega super booper bundle or whatever.
I know I always like I'm not putting anybody down how they run their business, but I just don't get that. Like we're gonna bundle everything together so you can pay one-time price. Then you buy it and you're like, oh, by the way, there's something else to buy.
Yeah, you get everything, but not everything, but mostly everything, but not this thing. So, anyways, they're going to get everything, and from what I understand, is they're going to be getting access. They get full access to the platform that you just showed. They get access to sending unlimited emails. The system's not going to stop them from sending any amount of emails. There's no limit to how many subscribers that they can upload to the system. They also get access to the Pro account, so they can send their emails faster, and there's no branding or anything on their emails because that's an option if people were to buy in the future. There's like a little segment here. You get this, and you take the branding off. You send faster emails. That none of that's going to be in there. You just get access to the full software. You get the AI system that you showed, where you can have the AI write emails for them. And you just threw something in there this morning that I wasn't even aware about until I talked to you before doing this interview. But you're actually adding in when we do it, and it's going to be a little bit later down the road. But we're going to be adding in a special live training where we're going to be teaching how to do email marketing, how to make money doing this, how to build your list and make money at the same time. You're adding that in as well onto this, which is what I just found out.
So we're going to be doing a part of the, when we do launch, of course, there's going to be a sales funnel. There's going to be a basic access, a pro access. One of the things we're going to offer is going to be a live training where we're going to teach a few tricks and tips that I've had over the years. I've been in this business for a little while. You've been in this business for a while. So we're going to teach some tricks that we have and teach people some really cool things like how to get paid to build an email list. That's something I think people are going to like. So yeah, we're going to do all that. And I thought to myself this morning, because I'm an early bird, I get up early. And I was thinking to myself, you know what? We're going to give these people this early access. Well, they should get the training too. Like we should give them that. So now the training obviously isn't going to be until we launch, but you're going to get the training as well for free. So basically, you're getting the entire funnel. You're getting a bundle, basically, without a mega bundle.
I want to talk to you about something important, and it's important to both of us. And talk to me a little bit about what people can't do with this, as far as it's like if someone like a spammer goes.
You absolutely, and I will say this to everybody, and there is a warning in the platform. You absolutely cannot spam. Okay, you cannot. And I'm going to show you. Actually, there's a section in it called our prohibited use policy, and it makes it very clear what spamming is. Spamming is sending an email to anybody who didn't give you their email address. So if the owner of that email address didn't give it to you, you're a spammer. I'm sorry. That's how you are. And let's be honest too, guys. Nobody likes spam. Like you don't go and look in your email and get offers for Viagra and be like, oh, that's so great. I'm so glad this guy messaged me. That's awesome. And you don't get a phone calls and they say that the warranty on your car is about to expire. And you're like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so great. I was worried about that. Nobody likes spammers. Don't be a spammer. And I don't like spammers. So yeah, if you spam, if you think that you're going to get this platform, there is no limit to the list uploads, no limit to the emails you can send. I'm giving you a lot of power. And I'm going to be frank though, if you think you're going to get this and upload some kind of list of 150,000 people that you scraped or that you got from some less moral marketer and start emailing, the system is going to detect you as a spammer in about 5 seconds because I'm a pretty good coder. Okay. It's going to shut your account off and we're not going to give you a refund. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to be a good marketer, if you want to be a moral marketer, if you want to make money with email the same way I have and Mike has and a lot of successful people has by building up a list, a tribe, of people that trust you, this is a great platform for you. If you want to be a spammer, save us all the trouble. Don't even buy it.
And yeah, and that's only going to happen if and they might be like, oh, how do you know if I'm spamming or not? Well, if I take my email list and I upload it anywhere and I email from it, they'll anywhere will know because they have metrics like Brett does that will show, okay, so this percentage of people will click spam on an email. Like people occasionally, even Brett gets spam complaints sometime from a person that forgot that he got on the list. Like that happens. Spam complaints happen. But when a majority of people start hitting that spam button, then any company's going to be like, okay, there's something wrong here. Why is everyone
I'll be
spamming?
honest, the actual industry standard, this is one of the ways that we've detected that will detect people as a spammer. The industry standard is one spam complaint out of 1,000 emails that you send. Okay. I've actually set the system to triple that. So it's not even going to think you're a spammer until you get three times the industry standard. So I'm not telling people that like, oh, they can.
You're even more lenient with
I'm
it.
being very lenient. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm being very lenient. But if you send out 1,000 emails and 40 people click the link that says you're a spammer, guess what? You're a spammer.
Yeah.
It's not a mistake. You know what I mean?
I think it's fair. No spammers. Any
Yes,
good
no.
marketers, you can do anything you want pretty much as long as it's not within that prohibited list there. But unlimited subscribers, unlimited emails, a platform that Brett created for himself and is now released to you all. You get early access and you get all these extra features, an amazing deal if you pick this up for this limited time. We will be closing it. And this is something, if you are familiar with when we do product launches or we release things and we have timers, we will be like removing this offer from being able to be purchased when that timer runs out. I know this because sometimes Brett always will message me on the day before, because Brett gets up early and I go to bed later. Brett says, Mike, will you be up to turn it off? And I always go in there and I shut it off at night. This will be gone.
A couple of months ago, I did an internal promo for something that I released, to my list, to my subscribers. And I actually got a message from a guy. He's like, "Hey, you said you were shutting it off at midnight, and I tried to buy it at 10, and I couldn't." And I wrote him back. I was like, "Yeah, I was really tired. I wasn't feeling good. The kids were sick. It was the seasons are changing." I was like, I didn't want to stay up till midnight, so I shut it off early because I would rather shut it off early than break my word and shut it off late.
I know you would. I know you'd rather go to bed too than wait.
Rather go to bed, yes. But I would rather lose a sale than risk potentially breaking my word.
So if you're gonna, so pretty much, moral of the story, if
Don't
you're gonna
wait.
get it, don't wait. Don't wait till the
And
last
don't
minute.
wait to the last 5 minutes because I might get tired and shut it off early.
Brett, thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else, anything that we missed, anything you wanted to mention before we wrap this up?
The only thing I want to mention is I know a lot of people are hearing that they're going to get all these features and the upgrades and the extra fee, basically getting a bundle offer. And I want people to do themselves a favor. Click the link in the description and check out the page for it. Because I know a lot of times when people hear the bundle and stuff, they're like, "Oh, these guys are trying to sell me a $300 product now. They're trying to get hundreds of dollars in sales from me." Go ahead and click that link because I think you'll be surprised how affordable we can make things when we don't have all those costs from a launch. Check it out. I think you're actually going to be shocked when you see the price.
I actually double checked it with Brett when we first got on the call today. I said, Brett, are you sure is that the right price that you have on there?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the price. I was like, okay, fine.
Well, I mean, honestly, what it works out to, that's what we'll get
Yeah.
from selling the whole thing when we'll launch. That's what we will personally end up with. So we can sell it now direct to the customers at that price. You're going direct to the source instead of through the middleman now.
Brett, thank you so much for coming on the show today. And yeah, I hope that people take advantage of this and start using it in their businesses, start saving a lot of money. I've been using it as well, and I've been getting great results with it. It's nice to be able to not pay these really, really extensive fees and be able to take control of your email marketing. So again, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you in December with this and bringing this out to the public. And for everyone watching right now, again, if you want to pay the lowest price on it, go ahead and click that link and we'll see you on the inside.